Hello, and thanks for joining me. My name is Ben, and this is the Fanatics of Film. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a real quick video to tell you about. If you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely see this film. I've been checking out a lot of what's available on Amazon Prime, and this film is fantastic. They really don't make them like they used to. Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions. The production of this is off the charts, and it is a ton of fun. This 1982 story opens up with a terrible conflict, forcing a group of people to extract a young teen girl from a horrible man, Nix, played by Daniel von Bargen, who has the ability to perform real magic. The reality that he is addicted to forming a cult of people who will be subservient to him at all times. They are successful in burying him, and this leads to a further story only 13 years later. So the way this is set up, it's actually this is definitely one of the most underrated films I have ever seen. I never heard of this movie before. I can't believe I had never heard of it. So the story picks up again with Harry D'Amour, played by Scott Bakula, following up a lead in Los Angeles, kind of a private investigator who is researching these strange happenings, and he is faced with a conflict from all sides. This thriller is so open and unpredictable. The story is compelling, and production-wise, I can't believe the gripping nature of this story. So the arc of it, everything that happens, he's called into action, just seeing him kind of having to adapt to the situation while he's there in Hollywood. The person he's investigating, or at least trying to take care of or see what's going on with, ends up dying, and then he ends up kind of reconstituting some sort of relationship with this woman who he's been with. So there's definitely some romance there. Just a really cool film, really cool story about the deception, the people who are illusionists, and then people who have achieved real magic in that sense, being able to transfer themselves, maybe in not necessarily interdimensional, well, maybe interdimensionally. Not all of that is revealed. I think it's just really cool, the idea of someone becoming a real illusionist and kind of being able to manipulate the way people see them, and being able to kind of maybe kind of surrendering themselves to some sort of other demonic entity in some other way that gives them that power and all those other things. So it was really kind of a cool story, very, very interesting, and your antagonist is insanely cool, and Nix is really cool. And so you have those two. There's a rivalry between them two, and then you have Scott Bakula jumped in there, and he's this third person. So there's definitely a lot of the characters are extremely interesting and unique in the sense of where they're kind of going for and what they're trying to achieve. Very cool. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. This is the Fanatics of Film. Let me know what you thought of it. I thought it was an amazing story, and it's probably one of the more underrated films. I just haven't seen this. I had not seen this before. It's so good. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a fantastic day.